Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today I am just giving you a bit of an introduction to Zero G's Kepler hybrid scoring toolkit. So this was created by Stefano Maccarelli. It is pretty impressive. I've not had any of Zero G sample libraries, and they do a massive amount. I'm coming a bit late to the party with as far as Zero G is concerned. Yeah, so Kepler is their kind of newest instrument, and they do have quite a range of Kontakt instruments, and they have some amazing vocal stuff as well. So I actually got Kepler, one of the Ethera vocal ones as well. It was on offer. I think that offer has now finished, so you were getting a discount. You do get a discount if you have any previous Elements or Ethera products, then you will get a 20% discount, which is a fair old whack, because I will mention that these prices do not include VAT. So if you're in the UK, you are not going to be paying £86.50. You're going to be paying around about £104. And this would be, say, around about €104 and $109. So I don't know if they have a VAT kind of system that will be more expensive or the same, I don't know, but that is what you're going to be paying in the UK. Kepler is crafted for visionary composers of epic cinematic scores and immersive video game soundtracks. Elements Kepler features an extensive array of 20 multi-sampled Kontakt instruments exploring dramatic synths and strings, thundering hybrid percussion, organic sound design textures, strange voices and celestial choirs. So you do get a lot. This monumental library embarks on a sonic odyssey that is sure to ignite boundless inspiration within your musical compositions. And it is massive. I mean, the amount of instruments alone is just ridiculous. Kind of two main ones are the core and the texture designer, and within those there are hundreds and hundreds of presets. Before we kind of have a bit more of a look at it, I'll just play you the intro to the. So this is, you really need to watch this trailer overview. It's about half an hour, but it's really worth watching because I'm going to point out some installation features that are not normal with Kontakt instrument. I'll play the intro, but like I said, it's 32 minutes, but I'm just going to let you hear a bit of it. And the graphics are brilliant. Pretty impressive, I think you'll agree. There's two main kind of designers, the core designer and the texture designer, and then there's tons of other kind of more specific instruments for synths, vocals, bass, rhythms, textures, organic stuff. Step into the extraordinary realm of Kepler, the pinnacle in hybrid scoring instruments. Kepler's vast sonic universe is the visionary artistry of Stefano Maccarelli, drawing profound inspiration from the iconic sonic landscapes of legendary composer Hans Zimmer for the Dune films, alongside the groundbreaking scores of Ludwig Göransson. So if you've watched my soundtrack synths video, you will be aware of Ludwig Göransson as well, because I didn't realise that he did some pretty major films, because he's not as well known as old Hans. So you can see the graphics are pretty cool. You are getting 20 multi-sampled NKI Kontakt. So that's actually more than that. It's about 26, I think, 27. But there's a few of them that are kind of just variations. 30 gigabyte of 24-bit 8 kHz samples, core designer with over 400 multi-sampled sound elements. So the texture designer has organic violins and choir textures and more, thousands of cinematic snapshot presets with the installer for the core designer and text designer, and then low percussion, high percussion, folk percussion with up to 12 round robins and 5 dynamic levels, a trailer hit kit, a multi-sampled bass instrument, whooshes, booms, risers and stings, male vocal drone with legato and female vocal drone with legato. But like I said, the two main ones are core and texture. That's the ones that you're kind of going to be working with most of the time. I'm not going to be actually looking at Kepler much in this particular video. This is just an introduction and a bit about how to actually install it, because if you don't watch the trailer video or read the PDF, then you will be a bit stuck because it's not a normal installation. So I'm just switch over to Acrobat, and I'm just going to go through the kind of initial installation just in case you are wondering what the hell is going on. Go to minimum system. So you need an i5 or equivalent, 16 mega RAM and OS 10.11 or above, and Windows 10 or 11 with an ASIO driver and an SSD for sample streaming, and the full version of Kontakt 6.8 or above. Best performance is an Intel i9, which unfortunately I don't have, with 32 GB. Well, I've got 24 GB of RAM, 10.12 or above, and you will need the full version of Kontakt. Obviously, this is not going to run in the player. So, how to install Kepler? Installing the Kontakt files. So, this title contained Kontakt formatted files, which can be accessed from the Files tab within the full version of Kontakt. So from within Kontakt, can you please ensure that you're in the Files tab and not the Libraries tab? Then use the browser to locate your chosen install path. Now, with the product folder in the bottom of the two left-hand windows, navigate through the folder to find Kontakt instrument file .nki, which you can then double-click to load into Kontakt. And then it says going back and forth between the Libraries and Files tab can be slow. Therefore, Native Instruments have included a handy quick load feature within Kontakt, which, to be honest, I haven't actually used, but I now use it. So by setting up the quick load feature, you can customize the layout and access all your Kontakt formatted files and libraries from one location. As you can see, that is them all there. In fact, there is actually more than that. How to install Kepler in Kontakt 7. So the presets are not pre-installed. You have to click on the cog icon, which they've kind of, so this icon here, click on that and then select add, and then navigate to your library folder and choose the file to add it to the Kontakt 7 browser. So you want to add this library folder there. And then to install the image library, please use the installer. So I tried this, so it's so that you actually get an icon up here. But I tried it and it didn't work on my Mac, so I'm not quite sure what happened. And here we go. So how to install the Kepler snapshot presets. So like I said, it doesn't have this pre-installed. So Kepler includes hundreds of snapshot presets that are ready to use. So installing these presets is necessary because you don't have any without it. We have provided an installer to make this process as straightforward as possible. Well, I'm not quite sure why they're not just pre-installed. So you will need to double click the snapshot presets installation file, which is available for both Windows and Mac, and carry out the installation. So obviously I used the Mac version, and after installation you will be able to access the presets through the snapshot drop-down window. So please note, users, during the installation process for the snapshot presets and the Kontakt 7 browser, some Macs may block the installer. So in this case, you will need to manually authorize the installer. You just click on open anyway and it will carry on. So if you encounter any issues with the installer, you can always manually install the presets. Just follow this procedure and that it tells you there how to do it. It's a bit more long-winded, but like I said, it worked pretty well using their installer. And like I said, it's kind of a bit more long-winded than some of the other ones. There's been a new update for 7.10.5. There was fixing some stuff in Logic Pro, I think. I mean, they need to really seriously overhaul Kontakt, because the amount of times, because I am reviewing a lot of Kontakt stuff, and they all seem to have different ways of working. So sometimes the snapshots are already loaded, and sometimes they aren't, and it's just a pain in the arse. To give you an idea, if you are stuck, just go to this PDF file. So if you watch the full trailer video as well, that actually goes through the installation process in it, which is kind of why it's about 30 minutes long. So I also got the Ethera Gold Intimate Vocals, which features Clara Sorace. Now, you might not have heard of her, but you will have heard her voice. So I'll just play the trailer for this as well, because it's pretty damn good. So I thought this is going to go really well with Kepler. I mean, there are some vocals in Kepler, but not like this. So pretty cool. There's not like hundreds and hundreds of snapshots, but what it does like really well. So it's quite a simple one. Well, anything's simple compared to Kepler, but yeah. So it's quite an easy one to get to grips with. So Ethera Gold Intimate Vocals uses the magnificent voice of Clara Sorace. Clara has sung with many of the greatest soundtrack and video game composers and trailer music creators. Her voice is a thrilling blend of soul, cinematic, epic, and emotionality. Intimate Vocals contains two new articulations, a soft O, which has an angelic flute-like sound, which is perfect for soft or fantasy type vocals. The second articulation is a slow legato. Thanks to Clara's vocal range, we have created a dark, slow, true legato, which is ideal for creating vocal parts similar to that in Gladiator, and use the true legato for slow, emotional, dramatic vocals. So yeah, it is pretty damn good. And like I said, they do quite a few other kind of vocal ones as well. If we go back, there's another one I quite fancied, the Sahara Voices as well, and then they do Atlantis and Prometheus. So yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff. That is the other one that I got with Kepler, and I think they will go together quite well. So that is it for this kind of intro and installation. Thanks for watching, and as usual, if you are enjoying these videos, please like, subscribe, share and comment, and I will see you in the next one.